Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Gosh, it's already May 3rd today, and we're just so excited for spring to be here and the sun to be out. But today it's kind of not out. It's a little bit cold today. But I wanted to just come to you today and talk to you about some ideas I have on how to stay uplifted and keep your spirits high during these really hard times. I don't know if very many of you may know, but Larry and I are working with doTERRA, and we are building in like India and South Africa, Tanzania, and just all over the world. And it's just really interesting to see the different areas and how they're dealing with the pandemic. And India's got it really bad right now, you guys. Like the chart used to kind of be like this, and now it went way up like that. I mean, like the numbers are just really terrible. However, they're still not as large as how many people passed away or had got COVID, and tested positive in the United States. Their population is like 1.6 billion people, and we're 600 million people or something, 300 million people. I should have looked that number before I started talking about it, but it's incredible. Their percentages are still way low, so we can still like look at the positive side of everything, right? There's always a positive way to look at things instead of letting all that heaviness pull us down. And so I thought maybe I'll share some tips of things that would be really helpful to keep that motivation going. And tip number one is to create a list. And there would be two lists to create. One list would be 10 things you can do that are fun, that are free, such as going out and maybe playing a game outside, like throwing ball or running around and stuff like that. Idea number two would be, or excuse me, so if you have a list of things that are free and fun to do, and then you want the second list of things that maybe cost something, like maybe go into town and go shopping, or maybe go on a trip to Seattle, or maybe uh, I don't know. I can't think of some of those things right now, but just write those things down. And maybe it doesn't have to be during the COVID time, but anytime, right? And if you can think of all the different dreams that you have and all the different fun things you can do, write those down. And then they're right there at the top of your mind when you're thinking you're ready to do something. So I kind of came up with a little list too of other things to help keep yourself uplifted during these times. One is to clean out the closets because feng shui in the closet is a really good idea. Now, I really need to clean our closet out. I keep looking at it, so I told myself I'm gonna, give something away to Goodwill one thing every day. If I could just do one thing every day, then it's not so overwhelming. And, I noticed after we sold our shop and moved, all of our office stuff here at the house, and I moved it all into my art room, and I look at that and I just have all this weight. It's like it's just so heavy and I can't even just but if I just buckled down and just looked through it, threw things away, took my time that I wanted to and really go through that, that would be really impactful. That would help lift me up because I got rid of all that extra weight in the room, right? Another thing too is maybe you want to repaint. Maybe there's some rooms that you'd like to repaint in the house and freshen things up. Maybe you would like to make some recipes of cooking things that you've always wanted to do but never had time. Like I think about all the hours that I worked at the shop and I never cooked dinner or anything like that. And there's these fun recipes and enjoying cooking again, like having fun coming up with different recipes and things like that would be just really enjoyable. And then maybe invite a friend over to enjoy the dinner with you. I also started learning to play the harp, and I love my harp. And so that is something that I would love to work in my schedule every day is just to play it for at least 15 minutes, if not a half hour, just to kind of get that music going. And that really helps with the relaxation. And I just really love playing my harp. So, what kind of music instrument do you have? Or do you like to sing? Or maybe it's making a birdhouse. It could be crafty, just doing something that's different, like something that's your hobby or something that you enjoy doing. And I think about that. There's also like blankets that you can make. If you love to sew, think of all the different crafty things you can do in the art room and the sew room and make it for different people. Maybe I know at the hospital, they always like having blankets for newborn babies and making different clothes and stuff like that for your neighbor or something. So that's always really fun. You can always make face masks for people too. Be social. Call somebody. When was the last time you spoke to your long lost aunt? Like, just call and see how she's doing. It's really important to get on the phone and just talk to people. We want to be connected with other people. So I think that's really important. And I'm trying to make a commitment of calling 3 people a day just to say hi, see how people are doing. You want to really train yourself to look towards those positive, happy things. So, doing those, I talked about affirmations, is really helpful for me. I love doing that. And it really does put myself back in the mindset of what my goals are and what I'm up to. And I know there is another side of this pandemic. And when I see how the people of India went through the pandemic, the first wave, and now I see the second wave, um, what are we going to do if that happens here in the United States, right? And so we want to be prepared and be mindful about taking care of ourselves. Our self-care is so important, and it's more important than actually, the fear and all that stuff. I know several people who have died in India that actually were so scared. One gal, she passed away with a heart attack on her way to the hospital to get tested for COVID, and another person passed away. He was so afraid that he had COVID and he passed away with a heart attack too. So, you guys, this is real. It's really important that we take care of our mental health. That's more important than actually the virus, because it's 99.92 something, whatever, survival. So, there's no reason for you to really have that fear or being afraid. So, keep yourself busy, do all those projects that you've been meaning to get to, and just work on that list. I would love to know what fun projects you're working on during this last year, what you've completed, and how that went for you. And what's your next project? What are you going to work on next? So let me know. Subscribe to my page on YouTube and like my video. It would be great. I appreciate it very much, and hope you're doing well. Oh, I missed one so important thing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. This adaptive oil is huge. You want to, if you're having a hard time, this adaptive oil is incredible. It really helps bring that calmness down. Using this oil every day is a lifesaver. So if you have any questions on that, let me know. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and happy May. Here comes summertime. It's coming around the corner. Thank you.